lot of companies, when they get started, have no outside investment. In fact, to be more specific, over 99% of all companies that get started do not have outside investment upon launch. So every entrepreneur is really figuring out what can they do with their own resources in order to start and grow the business. Most of them don't have access to investors early on or any kind of outside capital, so they just have to kind of figure it out. And that figuring out is essentially called bootstrapping. There's a few ways that entrepreneurs do it. The first thing that they do is they tend to moonlight in their current occupations. So most entrepreneurs, frankly, don't quit their jobs where they're getting a regular salary long before it's time to grow the company. They work in their jobs for as long as they can, throughout the day, throughout the night, wherever it's possible, to be able to fund their own expenses so they can focus on their company in their off hours. This allows the company to go for a much longer period because you're not burning through your personal savings yet. You're actually refilling your coffers every month and you're growing your company at the same time. Where you can't use your own expertise, for example, if you needed legal help or if you needed accounting or to build a website, etc., entrepreneurs turn to the equity in their company. So they start giving out stock in the company in exchange for some services. And this really goes a long way with the entrepreneurs to help create some capital, sort of out of thin air, even though that equity becomes very real as the company starts to grow and you've given it away. Beyond that, entrepreneurs will turn to personal sources. So they'll turn to obvious things like personal credit cards, lines of credit, home equity lines, etc., in order to find the expenses and the capital that they need to cover expenses such as their early payroll, for their rent, and things that they can cover themselves long before they need an investor. Basically anything that will allow them to start bringing income into the door as they launch the business.